The emergency beacon lit up my console at 0400 hours, which, let me tell you, is never a good sign. I'm Krell, senior xenobiologist for the Galactic Survey Corps, and I've spent the last 17 cycles cataloging every death trap the universe has graciously provided for our exploration. But this was about to become legendary for all the wrong reasons. Commander Krell, my assistant Fricks chirped from the doorway, his tentacles quivering with what I recognized as barely suppressed panic. We have a situation on survey post Theta 9. Define situation, I muttered, already pulling up the feed. A human has entered the Valdris exclusion zone. I dropped my data pad. Actually dropped it. The clatter echoed through my office like a death knell. Tell me you're joking. Please, by the 7 moons of Korthax, tell me you're making this up. Vrix's color shifted to a sickly purple. I wish I was, sir. His name is Marcus Webb. He's a newly assigned terraforming consultant. Apparently, he decided to go for what he called a quick morning hike before his shift. I pulled up Marcus Webb's file, and sure enough, there was his face staring back at me with that irritatingly confident human smile. Sandy hair, green eyes, and the kind of expression that suggested he thought the universe was his personal playground. His record showed 3 months of field experience. 3 months. The infant probably still thought gravity was optional. How long has he been in there? I demanded. 43 minutes. 43. I couldn't even finish the sentence. The Valdris exclusion zone wasn't called that because it had nice views and pleasant walking trails. It was home to some of the most horrifying apex predators in our entire sector. We're talking creatures that made our ancestors' nightmares look like bedtime stories. The Thornback Ravagers alone weighed nearly 800 kilograms of pure murder, with razor-sharp quills that could punch through military-grade armor. Then there were the Shadow Stalkers, 6-legged horrors that could literally become invisible and had a taste for spinal columns. And let's not forget the Razorclaw Matriarchs, territorial beasts, so aggressive they'd been known to attack survey ships for flying too close to their hunting grounds. We'd lost an entire research team to that forest 2 cycles ago. 12 trained professionals with military escorts and advanced weaponry. They'd lasted maybe 2 hours, and this human had waltzed in there alone, probably whistling. Get me a direct line to the emergency response team, I barked, already running calculations in my head. If we scrambled now, we might be able to recover a body. Maybe. If there was anything left to recover. Sir, there's more, Vrix said quietly. More? What could possibly be more? He's not armed. According to security logs, he left base carrying a backpack with water, some dried meat strips, and something called trail mix. Oh, and a device labeled music player. I stared at my assistant. Then at the screen. Then back at my assistant. He brought snacks, I said flatly. To one of the deadliest environments in known space, he brought snacks and a music player. Humans, Vrix whispered, and honestly, that one word summed up about 90% of my job-related stress. I activated the emergency protocols and watched as red lights began flashing throughout the station. The response team would mobilize, but we all knew the truth. By the time they reached the forest, they'd be looking for remains. If they found anything at all, the tracking beacon in Webb's standard issue comm device showed him moving deeper into the zone. Not running. Not panicking. Just walking along like he was strolling through a public park. Patch me through to his communicator, I ordered. Static crackled, then cleared. I could hear rustling leaves, bird calls that definitely weren't birds, and was that humming. Marcus Webb, this is Commander Krell of Survey Post Theta 9. You need to stop moving and await extraction immediately. A pause. Then a cheerful voice responded, oh, hey. Sorry, didn't realize anyone would be up this early. Beautiful morning, isn't it? The way the light filters through these trees is absolutely stunning. I felt something inside me break. Just a little. Mr. Webb, you are currently in an exclusion zone. Do you understand what that means? The forest you're admiring is home to approximately 47 documented species of lethal predators. Oh, I know. He sounded excited. Actually excited. I read the briefing files last night. Pretty intense stuff. But honestly, Commander, I've been hiking for about an hour now and haven't seen anything more dangerous than what looked like a really grumpy squirrel. That grumpy squirrel was probably a juvenile razorclaw. They grow to 3 meters long. The adults hunt in packs. Huh. Well, he seemed pretty chill. I gave him some peanuts from my trail mix. You fed a razorclaw juvenile. Just a handful. He looked hungry. I looked at Vrix. Vrix looked at me. We shared a moment of profound, cosmic despair. Mr. Webb, I need you to listen very carefully. Stay exactly where you are. Do not move. Do not make loud noises. Do not, under any circumstances, feed anything else. Our extraction team will reach you in approximately 90 minutes. 90 minutes. That seems like a long time to just stand around. There's this really interesting rock formation about a click north that I wanted to check out. No. No rock formations. No checking out. Just stand there and try not to die. He laughed. Actually laughed. Commander, I appreciate the concern, really, but I grew up in the Australian outback. Trust me, I know how to handle dangerous wildlife. Before I could explain that comparing Earth wildlife to Valdres predators was like comparing a house cat to a supernova, a sound erupted through the comma deep, rumbling growl that made my translator chip vibrate in my skull. Webb? Marcus, what was that? Silence. Then rustling. Heavy breathing. Okay, Marcus said, his voice finally showing a hint of appropriate concern. So, remember how you mentioned those thornback things? Ravagers. Yes. Why? Well, I'm looking at one right now. Big fellow. Really big. He's about 20 meters away, and he looks interested. My claws dug into my desk. Do not run. Do not make eye contact. Slowly back away, and wait, hold on. He's coming closer. The next 60 seconds were the longest of my life. I could hear Marcus breathing, hear the Ravager's footsteps crunching through undergrowth, hear my own circulatory system pounding in my ears. Then Marcus spoke again, his voice oddly calm. Hey there, big guy. You're magnificent, aren't you? Look at those quills. Incredible evolutionary adaptation. He's going to get you killed while complimenting your murderer, I muttered to Vrix, more sounds. Shuffling. Then something that made my blood freeze. The Ravager was purring. I didn't even know they could purr. Commander, Marcus said, wonder in his voice. I think he wants me to scratch behind his ear plates. Don't you dare, too late. Oh wow, yeah, he really likes that. Who's a good apex predator? Yes, you are. I activated the emergency trauma medical pods. We were going to need them, but minutes passed. Then more minutes. The Ravager continued purring. Marcus continued talking to it like it was an oversized puppy. His name is Brutus now, Marcus announced. He's coming with me to check out those rock formations. You named it. You named an 800-kilogram killing machine. Seemed rude not to. Besides, we're bonding. That's when the second alert came through. Then the third point. 2 more massive life signs had appeared on the tracker. One was a shadow stalker. The other was, according to my increasingly distressed scanner readings, a razor-claw matriarch. Webb, you need to run. Now. You have 2 more predators closing in on your position. Yeah, I see them. The shadow stalker is gorgeous. Look at how its fur shifts colors. And this big girl here, she's got scars. Must be a veteran hunter.